Chi, ever the drama queen, asks what the big deal is. The chat goes wild, explaining that Quitch just does not operate this way. They never reach out first. The chat is absolutely blown away, pointing out that you usually need to stream for a wayward month just to apply for a partnership. But Chi literally just started a week ago. They are calling him a monster rookie, and honestly, they are not wrong. Chi's loyal follower, Cheonmans, totally fired up, offers to tear Quitch apart for daring to interrupt his stream, hilariously calling him cult leader. But Chi, surprisingly calm, tells him to chill and just read the message first. The chat, sensing some tea, immediately demands a story time, and tells Chi to read it out loud. Chi, probably squinting, shushes them and complains about the tiny letters. Leaning in, Chi begins to read, "Dear Heavenly Demon Chan," and the system notification pops up confirming it is directly from Quitch Corporation. Quitch is officially offering him a partnership, flaunting all the usual perks like subscriptions, custom badges, and the sweet promise of stable revenue. We are talking VOD ad revenue, better payout rates, lower fees, and even multi-channel support, basically the full VIP package. The email then confirms what the chat already suspected, admitting they usually require at least a month of activity, but they are making an exception for him, calling it highly unusual and mentioning a few things to verify. Oh, the plot thickens. Just then, Chi abruptly closes the email. The chat is immediately like, "Wait, why'd you stop reading?" And Chi, flexing his main character energy, declares he dislikes their high and mighty tone, especially when they are making requests. The chat erupts in laughter, instantly declaring, "Quitch takes the L." Chi then casually asks the chat if Quitch is always this mysterious, mentioning all the conspiracy theories surrounding them. The chat, however, just wants to know if he is going to accept and urges him to at least reply. Turns out, Quitch actually asked if he had a moment to chat, and Chi decides he will send a reply. And this is where things get hilarious, because Chi starts typing with one hand, painstakingly slow motion spelling out GREETINGS. It is a whole mood. The chat is absolutely losing it, with one saying, "Diffusing a bomb would be faster than this." Chi, now thoroughly annoyed by his audience, snaps at them to quiet down. Fed up, Chi angrily declares he is ending the broadcast right there to switch to a voice call. He literally tells his viewers he'll catch them next time and to wash your feet and go to sleep. The chat finds his outburst hilarious, wishing Quitch good luck dealing with this. The chat spams goodbyes and well wishes, calling him cult leader, and Chi lazily waves them off. Almost immediately, a system notification flashes. Quitch Corporation is requesting a call. Chi he has to admit, is a little surprised by their speed. Quitch's representative immediately thanks Heavenly Demon Chan for taking the time to speak, and Chi, ever the polite one when he wants to be, returns the sentiment. Quitch then asks if he has read the partnership proposal, which Chi confirms, before eagerly asking for his thoughts on partnering with them. Quitch doubles down, calling his case truly exceptional and stressing that he is the first ever streamer to get a partnership offer this quickly. Talk about built different. Chi, puffing out his chest a little, states he is honored and considering it favorably. Quitch is absolutely stoked by his positive reaction. But then Quitch gets serious, explaining there is one most important part and a critical question they need to ask before finalizing anything. Chi, intrigued, asks them to spill. Quitch reiterates that his situation is super unique, so they need him to answer honestly. Chi, ever the drama king, just deadpans, "I do not speak falsehoods." On Quitch's end, a man sips his coffee, muttering, "Excellent, excellent," before finally asking the big question. And here it is the place where you are currently broadcasting from, the Demon realm. Dude, this just got real. Meanwhile, in a completely different corner of this unified world, we are transported to the magnificent sprawling city of the Murim Alliance. Inside a quiet office, someone is checking some stats, noting that the numbers seem lower than before. Uh-oh, sounds like trouble. We then see the Alliance leader, Yuan J, poring over a proposal for the Dragon and Phoenix Assembly, an event designed to find the next generation of powerful leaders across all the realms. He sighs, lamenting how severely the younger generation is avoiding martial arts these days. He just did not expect it to be this bad. The chat, ever helpful, identifies him as the Blue Dragon, Yunji, the Alliance leader himself. Yunji can only hope his martial artists perform well at this Dragon and Phoenix Assembly. The Assembly, once a humble Murim event to showcase new talent, has now ballooned into a grand, unified world festival where everyone competes. Talk about leveling up. In his mind, Yoon-ji knows that most of the hype and attention is not even on his martial artists anymore. It is all about the fantasy races and awakened hunters. He believes it is foolish to get his hopes too high, yet he cannot shake the feeling that something truly strange is happening this time around. He feels this truly is a golden generation, and perhaps, just perhaps, the champion this time might actually be one of these of their own. Yoon-jae proudly remembers earning his own title, the Spear Dragon, by winning the dragon in Phoenix Assembly in his youth, hoping that a hero to lead the next era will be forged in this very event. Just then, a frantic strategist bursts into the room, shouting, "Alliance leader! Alliance leader!" Yoon-jae, annoyed by the ruckus, asks what is going on, and the strategist shoves an iPad into his hands. On the iPad screen is a video of Chi absolutely throwing down. Yoon-jae asks again what the fuss is about, but the strategist cuts him off, insisting he has not seen Anisridan this yet and needs to watch. Yoon-jae hesitantly taps the video, and his eyes widen as he sees Chi using kung fu, fighting multiple opponents, and even deflecting bullets with just one hand. Talk about skill. Yoon-jae is absolutely floored, exclaiming, "Incredible! What did I just watch?" But the strategist is not done, teasing, "That is not all. Look at this one too." The next video shows Chi delivering one massive punch, sending an entire group of armed thugs flying. Straight up superhero stuff. Yoon-jae squints, recognizing one of the poor souls getting bodied. "Wait, is that?" The strategist asks if he knows the guy, and Yoon-jae confirms it is none other than Nam Do-sik, the Bloodflower Sword, someone he has been keeping a close eye on. He describes Do-sik as the skilled leader of some group called the Assassination Squad, and insists he is not the kind of guy who'd be defeated by cheap tricks, like, catching bullets with bare hands. Oh, the irony. Cut back to the video, and sure enough, Do-sik is getting absolutely wiped by Chi. The strategist cannot help but laugh, playfully reminding Yoon-jae about his cheap tricks comment, before suggesting that Chi is clearly a young hidden dragon who has finally revealed himself. Yoon-jae is totally stunned, asking, "Whose daughter is he?" The strategist replies that Chi's identity is a complete mystery, totally hidden from everyone. Yoon-jae, now super impressed, demands to know his username, calling him a definite rising star. Yoon-jae reads the username off the screen. Heavenly Demon Chan. His face instantly drains of color. What? The strategist confirms his username is Heavenly Demon Chan. Yoon-jae starts to stammer. Heavenly. Demon. He is cooked. Yoon-jae is instantly flung back in time, his mind racing to the golden age of the martial world, a time when legendary masters roamed the land. He vividly remembers the one man who stood at the absolute pinnacle of all martial arts. This was the former Alliance leader, a man so incredibly confident of his victory, only to be instantly split in half and killed with a single brutal strike. Everyone who witnessed it was frozen in sheer terror. The heavenly demon then pointed directly at a young Yoon-jae, declaring, "You, the spearman over there. You seem to be the most decent of the bunch. You shall be the Alliance leader." Talk about a sudden promotion. And just like that, the supposed great war between the orthodox and demonic sects came to an abrupt, almost anticlimactic end. Yoon-jae, still trembling, corrects himself. No, it never even ever again had a chance to begin. The strategist, seeing his distress, asks if he is all right. The strategist calls his name again, even louder, finally snapping Yoon-jae back to the present. The strategist points out how much he is sweating, but Yoon-jae quickly waves it off, blaming it on just a sudden stomachache. "Yeah, right, pulling himself together," Yoon-jae asks. "More importantly, did you say his username is Heavenly Demon?" The strategist clarifies, "No. To be exact, it is Heavenly Demon Chan." Yoon-jae slowly repeats the name, Heavenly Demon Chan. Yoon-jae tells the strategist he is fine and sends him back to work. The strategist, still pinching his nose and hilariously convinced Yoon-jae has severe constipation, dutifully takes his leave. Left alone, Yoon-jae clutches his head, clearly reliving that traumatic, terrifying past. He immediately whips out his device and starts searching on his browser for Heavenly Demon Chan. And there it is, a live stream titled Heavenly Demon Chan's Twitch Conquest Day 6, showing Chi with a mere 301 followers. With a trembling hand, Yoon-jae clicks on the live stream, bracing himself for whatever nightmare he is about to re-enter.